What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Welcome to season 2, episode 2 of Meet Us in the Trenches. We
Meet us
back.
in the trenches. Say welcome back.
Welcome back.
Not the Mace version.
Welcome back.
The
I always sing the Mace
welcome
version.
back Carter version.
My mama loved Mace. I gotta sing the Mace version.
Really?
Shout out to my mama. She in the audience.
She a Mace guy. Money Mace.
My sister.
Okay.
She look like my sister. She don't look like my mama.
Yeah, so tell me, how was your week off or your 2 weeks off?
How was my 2 weeks off? What did I do? I went to New York. I went back home. I enjoyed myself. I ate some good food. I always eat good food when I go back home. I went to a restaurant called Footprints. That was nice.
Footprints.
It's really good. They have some good rasta pasta.
Okay.
But I had a good old salad. I was trying to be on the healthy side. I'm trying again. What else did I do? Me, my mom, and my niece, we went to this place called Prince Tea House. That was really nice. We had a cute little date.
So you don't eat good food when you're home?
I eat good food when I'm home all the time. But, when I go to New York, I got to have my pizza, my Chinese food.
Hold up. Was that you and the pork butt?
Oh, see, that's my niece right there. Okay. Shout outs to Kalia. Her birthday's coming
shout
up.
Shout out to KK.
September 11th. Happy early birthday, my love. I love you. Pork butt, yeah, that's her thing.
Oh,
we're going to have that for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, wow.
How was your break?
It was good, man. Life was life-in.
Life was life-in. It be life-in.
That's cliche-ish now, but life was life-in.
You know what else I did? I went to a concert.
Who you go see?
You know what happened? It was a lot of people at this concert. I'm going to try to remember off the top of my head. Man. It was Shy, so we were singing, and if I'm not going to sing for y'all, but you know that song.
Yeah.
Sammy, Jay Holiday, High Five.
Oh, yeah, I heard of that show.
It was so good. It was a ladies' kickback. They had so many people. Pleasure P, Bobby Valentino, Genuine. Okay, it was, Next. Step back, you're dancing. Yeah. Man. That concert was so amazing. It was so amazing. I needed that. So that was one of the highlights of my break as well. Okay, that was
nice. But look, we got a great show today. But before we get started, we had Michigan man, because I'm a huge Michigan fan. We had James Earl Jones passed today at 93 years old, right? And they do an intro before the game. I know last week, when they played, and it was like, it made you want to suit up one play. It was really nice. So, man, my condolences to his family.
My condolences to him.
He's a legend. He's a legend.
93 is amazing.
And who else?
We lost James Earl Jones. We also lost Rich Homie Quan. Condolences to his family, friends, and fans. He was 34 years old. I actually really, really, really enjoyed his music. And his personalities, he just seemed amazing, like out of this world. I wish I had a chance to meet him. And also, Fat Man Scoop. Now that right there, we lost another legend. It's just been a real tough one.
Tough one. That's tough.
So condolences out to their families. It is not easy seeing this stuff just pop up on social media. You don't want to believe it, but... And then, people just seem to post things that you don't really want to see. So I think that people should be mindful of what they post. I think that's a conversation for another day. How you use your social media account and what you post, it's really important. And it's also important to give your loved ones flowers while they are here. That is very, very, very important. Do that. You think of somebody, you text them, you call them, you tell them that. No.
Yeah. Well, excited about this show. Got Forest Park in the building, Coach Julio. We got Baltimore Polytechnic. I see Coach Sean in the audience and waiting on Coach Wheeler. And of course we got the legend, Coach Monroe, Coach Money in the building. One of my mentors. I love Coach Money to death. That's my guy. And he's truly a legend. He's got outside of Coach Rim, he's number one right now with wins in Baltimore. So he's a legend. I watched Coach Money coach when I was in high school. So he's been around a pretty long time doing what he do. So we got that, and we ready to roll. What about our sponsors?
Shout outs to the coaches that's about to come up here. We about to interview y'all, have y'all in the hot seats. But shout out to our sponsors, Moe's Seafood on Pulaski Highway, Brainstream Media, Tone Drone TV.
Crab cakes.
The crab cakes.
Man.
I need me a crab cake. Did I have a crab cake for me? I need me a crab cake. Union Media Group and our new sponsor, Play It Again Sports, Timonium. Shout outs to you, our new sponsor. We appreciate you. And we'll be back with our guests.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divides through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to
What version?
Meetusinthetrenches.
What version? What version?
The Mace version.
No, welcome back, Carl. So we're back.
We have Coach Money in the house with us.
Coach Money,
Thanks for joining us.
the legend Coach Money.
Thank you for inviting me.
I'm very interested in knowing how you got the name Coach Money. Can you just let us know? Can you enlighten us?
Now, if I tell you, now I might have to you might not be able to leave here. But my 11th grade year, I had a Coupe de Ville Cadillac. And my coach said, how you get that Cadillac? I said, none of your business. As long as I'm playing football, we all right. And he said, okay, as long as you're a sure thing and you continue to block, I don't care what you drive. So they gave me the nickname Money because I always was a sure thing, and the only one had an orange and white, leather white Cadillac in 11th and 12th grade.
11th grade. That's young. You was a youngin' making all that money.
Well, that's the name, right?
It
That's
is.
the name.
I respect it.
Yeah. But look, Coach Money, man. Coach Money been around a long time. You know, I mean, I remember one time I was younger, and you know, I always got stories. And I was in the bank, and I always heard of Coach Money, but I never. And I just started coaching then, and this was in the '90s. And I just seen Coach Money in the bank one time, and I was just staring at him like, God, that's him. Like, damn, that's the one everybody talk about right there. And I went up to him and asked him, like, man, what's your name? He said, man, I'm Coach Money, you know. And I don't know if he ever remember that, but I remember that like long time ago. But I always watched Lake back in the early '90s, man, when seemed like they had an army out there. And they would bring it, man, when them and Dunbar used to play, people on top of the rooftops. You know what I mean, back in them days. But Coach Money, tell us a little bit about how you got started coaching, when you got started coaching, and your journey a little bit, a brief synopsis.
I've been coaching for the last 39 years. I started in '86 as a JV coach, and in '92 I took over the varsity program. I'm originally from Morgan State, and I went up to Canada to play a little bit of football. And when I came back, my athletic director, Woody Williams, who just passed this year, asked me, you want a coaching job? I said, I don't know. He said, come on, man, you be good for the kids. And I stepped in, and I have never turned back since then. And it's been a rewarding procedure, and everybody got to find their purpose in life. You know, we all got a purpose in life, and everybody got a different purpose. And I kind of figured out that coaching, dealing with young men, changing lives, making them positive was my purpose in life. And that's what I've been doing for the last 39 years. Just try to change lives and make everything rewardable for our young kids.
I love that. So what school did you say you were repping, and did you play?
Yeah, I played at Morgan State.
Morgan
I left
State.
a little early because money got a little short, and then they had a little offer up in Canada, in Ottawa, and I said, let me go. But then I came back here to Baltimore, and I've been here ever since. And, you know, it's a pleasure looking around seeing guys that used to be players, and now they coaching, and they doing a great job for Baltimore City. It's a pleasure and an honor seeing that.
Man, Coach Money, you almost got 40 years, man. So how many more you gonna do?
We are building a brand new state-of-the-art stadium. We had raised just $4.2 million. It's 1,500 seats, 8-lane track, turf, and lights. So after that stadium is built and I coach a year in there, I'm gonna be like John Wayne. I'm gonna ride off in the sunset. Wow. Once I find somebody to replace me, I'm gonna ride off in the sunset. But I have to stay around, because you know, when it comes to money in the city, money will disappear. So I gotta make sure this stadium is built. And they're supposed to start building it in January. And they hope to be finished in October. No, in August. They hope to be finished in August. So after that year planning the brand new stadium, after what we've been through for the last 4 years, playing over at the old school, have to walk a half a mile before you get to practice. Dang. I think I deserve to play in a brand new stadium my last year. Wow. So I'm planning to give them 1 or 2 more years.
So, you know, on my 50th, I'm 55, so on my 50th birthday, I told Coach Money I wasn't even gonna have a party if Coach Money wasn't gonna come to my party. So Coach Money came to my party. He was at my 50th party, man. I lit up. We had a good time, and I just remember them days, man. Just appreciate Coach Money. But Coach Money, tell me about the game last week. And I see you got the victory over Patterson. Tell me a little bit about that.
It was a very interesting game because I am very young this year. It's the first time in my career I'm starting 5 ninth graders. I got 5 ninth graders starting and about 6 10th graders starting. It's my first. They're so young, but they dedicated, they disciplined, and they just give me everything they have. So against Patterson's a nice large team. They got tall wide receivers, they big, they got a lot of numbers, but we just came out there with a bigger heart, and first time in my life, I gave up my defense to call offense. You know, that's killing me to call offense and give up my defense. But I knew what I wanted to run, and sometimes when you bring offensive coordinators in, they don't want to run what they see that's best for the team.
Right.
And when you got young talent, you got to take the talent that you have and use them to the best of your advantage.
Right.
And some offensive coordinators, they want to do things their way. So I said, for me, it's not fussing with nobody and firing nobody like I did last year in the middle of the season. I just go ahead on and run the offense. So it was pretty good. I got my first taste of being an OC. I was nervous the whole time. The first time I ever been nervous the first game. But it worked out real well. And my young kids showed off. And I told them today, after I ran them 1,500 sprints, I said, y'all really showed off. And they said, okay, thank you, Coach. And they kept right on going.
Wow. So throughout all of your years of coaching, how many kids have you coached?
But I cannot even count that.
It's too many.
I cannot count it, but you know,
It's a lot.
Mike Savage, one of my kids I coach, he ran a couple programs. I have a lot of kids who are now high school coaches or recreation coaches, and that shows that the love that you gave to them and what you put into them, they're giving it back now. So, as I said earlier, we all got our purpose in life, and my purpose was touching kids at that time, and now they touching kids at now. So it's always a good thing when you can look back at people that you raised. They say, that's my father, that's my father. And say that, you know, you did a good job with them, because now they pouring back into the community. They raising kids, and they doing positive things in the community, and that's good. I even got a shout out for, you know, I used to coach girls basketball too, and you know the athletic director at Morgan is one of mine.
Oh.
So Dina Freeman. So
wow.
she's like, that's my father. That's how I got that game up there last year. I was the only school that played up there last year.
Wow. So you might not remember this jacket I got on. That's the game that we won. Remember, I was on your coaching staff.
The All-Star game.
Yeah, that All-Star game. I said, let me put my jacket on, see if Coach Money remember this game. But we was 44 wham. Look, we ran the ball, what? Out of 70 plays, we ran the ball 59 times that we ran. Boy.
But do you remember the team from Baltimore County said to us, they said, y'all blitzing. I said, man, that was a mistake. Y'all want to play tough? I said, you don't want to get tough.
Yeah.
I said, we're going to play football then. We don't count out. We're going to blitz. We're going to do what we're going to do. And you know, believe it or not, we were the last team to win an All-Star game.
Yeah.
Nobody won after us.
Yeah, but you made the referees change the rules. There's supposed to be no blitzing. They said all bets are off now. Let's just go.
Let's go. Let's play football.
And they let us play too, man. We beat the fur off. Man. We had a good time that time. Shout out to Mike Savage. Shout out to Coach Johan. Love you guys, man. Love you guys.
All right. So I guess the last question is, what's the most satisfying part of what you do as a coach?
When someone come back and say thank you. It's not wins or losses. It's not winning championships or anything like that. But when one of your players come back and say thank you, if it hadn't been for you, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. That's better than any reward, any trophy, any championship I could get. That showed that I poured something into them, and then they poured it back out. As I talked about Mike Savage, he donated a set of practice uniforms to us and a set of 707 uniforms to us, right? And you know he's in a wheelchair, he can't talk, but he made sure that we got that outfit. And he told his wife, that's my father, because he's the one who raised me. And so stuff like that make you feel good inside, because you see what you did and see how it turned out. So things like that is a proud moment for me as being a coach, as a father figure, as a counselor, and all that above. It makes you feel good inside when someone can come out and say thank you for all you've done for me.
So who do you have this week coming?
We got Emerson. We got Redskins this week. They haven't played. They didn't play last week because the game was canceled. So I don't have no tape on them, and they didn't do no scrimmaging over the preseason. So it's going to be right head on, learning on the go. So I had to get my offensive game together.
Wow, that's tough with no film. Yeah. So how you think the rest of the year going to pan out? What you think about it?
We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. We're young. We're going to be all right. They're going to stick in there. And that's the only thing I ask for kids to do. You give me 100%, I ain't going to fuss you out. I ain't going to cuss you out. I'm not going to criticize you. As long as you give me 100%, you give me everything that you have to give me, I'm satisfied.
Well, it was a pleasure like meeting you and learning like how you touched so many lives over the years and all of your accomplishments thus far.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the invite. When he called me the other day, he said, can you make it? I said, I never turned down a chance to talk to people and let people know about Baltimore City football and how the coaches in Baltimore City is working hard to turn lives around. And I think if the man was here today, I said one of the ways of saving lives, young black men's lives, get all the Baltimore coaches together. Let us work our kids out during the summer to the max. You know, let us take them out to tournaments in Virginia. Let them see other tournaments all the way around the state. And let them see how other kids are living and how our other programs are run, so they could get their mindset like, I want to be part of a program like that. I want to go to this university. And that will cut down on a lot of crime in Baltimore City because of the fact that if we got all the young men with us and we mentoring young men like that, they don't have no time to be in the streets. They don't have no time to be fussing. They don't have no time to be beefing with one another. They don't have no time to fight. So that's one of the ways we could save our black men, our young black men, by our Baltimore City coaches coming together, you know, putting together a program and let the city pay for us to travel and go play places everywhere so we don't have to hustle money, sell candy, sell stuff like that, so we can raise money for us to go places. And that will cut down on a lot of crime in Baltimore City.
Yeah, because Dante Jones, he believes that all these young men out here are creating some of this havoc. Most of them have played for one of us. So, you know, it starts with us really, man, because they listen. You know, we run the city, man, and we just got to be more positive with these kids, man. You know,
Definitely.
Stop the bull crap, be more positive, and preach that positivity in these kids, man, because
And uplifting the community.
Yeah, uplift your community wherever you coach at. Get out in the community.
Yes.
But
Well,
we appreciate you, Coach Monty. I love you, man, personally.
Love you
and
too,
I'm
Doc.
glad you're here, man. And, you know, maybe if I get this 56th birthday party, we're going to shake a leg there. You know what I mean? So,
Thank you for the invite. And
been a pleasure
everybody,
meeting
all
you.
coaches here, please have a successful and a safe season and have a blessed season. Most definitely, have a blessed season.
Thank you again for coming, and that is what Meet Us in the Trenches is here for. So thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing this with us. Again, shout out to our sponsors, Moe's Seafood, Brainstream Media, Tone Drone TV, Union Media Group, and Play It Again Sports Timonium. And we'll be right back with our next guest.
Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divides through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What version? Don't play. Not no Mace version
It's
either.
Mace.
Welcome back, Carter.
It's Mace.
Oh, man. All right. So, look, we got Coach Julio from the Forest Park Foresters. Man, you know, I got a story. I kind of grew up east and west, right? So, shout out to Paul Brick, because he tell his story all the time. Like, well, you know, said it's really supposed to have been at Forest Park because my grandparents lived right on El Dorado, 4016 and 4000 block. So I would go over there every weekend, but then on the weekday I was East Baltimore, so that's why I was at Patterson High School playing for the legend Coach Roger Wren. So all my homeboys went to the park. They was Foresters, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to them guys, especially that Paul Brick guy. That's a funny guy. But how y'all do last week, man?
Last week, we did pretty good. 119, nothing over Western Tech.
So Western Tech, right? That's Sean, right?
Yeah, that's my man.
So he was running that Okie 3-3, and he's sending them backers behind that spike in front. How'd you deal with that? How you deal with that?
We game plan for the week. We knew it. Me and Sean coached together at Forest Park 14 years ago. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
he was
yeah.
the DC, I was the OC.
Oh, so yeah.
And so we come out of the same camp. So
Yeah,
we was
yeah,
well
yeah.
prepared for each other.
Okay. So he knew you knew him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 3-3 Okie tough, man. That's tough to defend if you don't scout that during the week. So tell us a little bit about your journey at Forest Park. How long you been there, and give us that synopsis.
Well, I graduated from there, so I teach there too now. So I graduated in '96, played football, lacrosse, basketball. Was a lot lighter, you know, a lot lighter. So I had a chance to come back about 14 years ago. Beaumont brought me back there.
Beaumont?
Yeah, Beaumont brought me back there in 2009. Patterson, yep.
Oh, wow.
So he brought me back in 2009. Me and Shaka was there. He brought us back, and I need an OC and a DC. And I was like, look, man, I don't know if I'm prepared for this. He was like, man, we're going to get prepared. So got prepared, and the opportunity presented itself later down the line to become the head coach. And ever since then, man, we just been working over there.
So you teach over there now, too?
Yeah, yeah.
What you teaching over there?
Yeah, I teach AP English. No, I'm joking. I teach automotives.
Can you talk a little bit about your season's expectations?
Season expectation, like Coach Money said earlier, man, just had the kids work hard every day. They've been dialed in all summer, all spring. Good group of kids, for real. Expectation is to get better every day, be better in week 10 than we were in week 9.
So last year your most successful year?
Yeah, yeah.
How far did you go last year?
So we made it a game for the state championship, lost short to Calvert, who Dunbar played in the state championship. We lost 17-14 by a field goal with 1 minute 39 seconds left. And, he kicked it. I'm still dreaming about that, man. He kicked like a 35-yarder in high school. So that was crazy.
So who's your top returners? I know the back come back.
Yeah, our back come back. We got a couple guys, not just him. We got like 5 or 6 guys that really can go. This week we got a good one. We got Polly this week. Both of us got some Division I players on the team, Division II players. So it's gonna be, I expect a good one, definitely.
Yeah, and also the energy. I know the energy in the building is like, y'all got one of the best principals in the business. Oh, I know the energy is like ramped up for this week, ain't it?
Oh yeah, man. Principal Mozon, she a beast, man. She dials into her school. She dials into her teams. Academics, all that, man. Some people look at it as cocky. I look at it as confident. She does a great job with everybody in the building.
How have the young men changed over the years? Like, can you describe some changes that you've seen?
Just buying in. They got to believe in the coach. They got to believe in what you're saying is the truth. And, when they see kids go to school, they believe you then. It's a lot of people talking about, this kid didn't go that place, this kid didn't go that place. But when their teammates start coming back, or calling or FaceTiming them from the previous year, and they see that, hey, these coaches are getting you in school. And I explain, man, we don't get you in school. I email the coaches, I call the coaches. You get yourself in school with the academic part and the working hard on the field and off season when people not watching.
It's good to put like emphasis on the academics for sure.
Yeah. Go ahead. You got next one? You got another one?
So what are some of the strengths and weaknesses that you can say about your team?
Strengths is they believe in each other.
Mike can't
They
tell.
believe in the system.
Believe in your system.
Weaknesses, I don't know, man. I think Baltimore City's struggling with linemen, A lot of private schools are taking the linemen, the big homies that we would get. And I'm not mad at them. They give them other opportunities, But that's what I would say. So I wouldn't just say it's one of our weaknesses. I look around the city and in the county, I think it's a weakness, right there. I would say that.
So you say the weaknesses, you think are up front. So you say with the linemen, you think the weaknesses are?
Yeah, I guess I would have to say, Like I
Yeah.
said, I think we even across the board with a lot of people,
Yeah. I would say that somebody asked me a question the other day. They said, well, over your years, it's like 33 years, like what has changed? And I said to them that I thought the passing game has gotten a lot better.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I noticed when I was coaching Little League, when I was coaching my son and them a couple years ago, how these jokers was in like 5 wide and throwing that thing. I was like, God dang. And I was like, how you defend that? You know what I mean? And then, but then the offensive line, to me, is still stagnant. I mean, it's still the same from when I coached. It's gotten a little better, but not that much better. But I shout out to Coach Rodney for Pikesville. I seen his offensive line, and that's unbelievable for what he's doing with that young group over there. So shout out to him. And shout out to them guys that kind of put their time in to coach the offensive line, because it's tough trying to get 5 guys to be in unison. And, it's pretty tough. But shout out to them guys that want to do that. So what you think this upcoming season or the rest of the season, how you think you're going to fare, and what do you think about it?
I mean, I look at last year, we still got a lot returning from last year, so I definitely think fair. I think we should be decent.
Okay.
So seeing that your week 2 opponent is in the building, any thoughts about matchup with Coach Wheeler and Polly?
I know I haven't met Coach Wheeler yet personally. Heard a lot about him. My man, Coach, worked with him. I know Josh over there. So, what I'm saying? I respect all, But I'm pretty sure they're going to bring it, happy to get the job. Congratulations to them. We're going to bring it. So, we play everybody the same. We play them hard. So, no matter who we match up against. But like I said, I do like it this week. I think it's a good test. I watched some shows earlier this year, and I saw people talking. He was interviewed then, and they was like, "Well, you might lose to this person, that person," and I liked the swag, man. He was like, "Man, I think we're gonna go undefeated. I think if we lose one, and that's how you supposed to coach. If you coaching thinking, I hope I go to 500, then you're already having a down year to me. So I expect a lot this weekend, this Friday. Can't wait.
I was just gonna
Excited.
say what time and when.
What time is it? Friday at what time?
5:30, I believe.
5:30.
5:30.
Wait, at y'all place?
No, we ain't got no lights.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Okay. So, yeah, Friday at 5:30 at the engineers building, and see what happened. Good luck, man. Good luck to you, man. And
Thank you.
we appreciate you.
Appreciate
but, so
And
our
it was a
sponsors,
pleasure meeting you as well.
absolutely, likewise.
Thank you for coming. And also, I just want to shout out to our sponsors again. Also, if you don't follow us already on YouTube, Meet Us in the Trenches. Follow us on Instagram at Meet Trenches. Click that bell, turn your notifications on. Make sure you follow us and stay tuned with everything that we have coming up next. Shout out to our sponsors, Moe's Seafood, Brainstream Media, Tone Drone TV, Union Media Group, and Play It Again Sports, Timonium, and we will be right back.
Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divides through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group.
Welcome back to Meetusinthetrenches. You want to sing?
Welcome back. Well, my version. Welcome back, Carter.
Welcome back, Carter.
That's right, not the
We
Mason.
are here with. Let's introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are.
Coach Will of Baltimore Polytechnic Institute.
Thank you for coming.
Coach.
Coach J, Poly Institute.
Coach Jay.
All right, all right. How many seasons coaching will this be for you?
Altogether or at Poly?
At Poly. And all together.
About 17 altogether. Poly going on nine years.
Nice.
So, man, look, man, I'm just Poly. I coached there for 6 years, and I was a JV head coach. But my mentor, man, my legend, who I love dearly, was there for a while, and it was one of my best experiences in my life, man, coaching with him there. And I remember Coach Rand used to be like, you know, we gonna be collegiate like. I was like, what the hell does collegiate like mean? But we treated Baltimore Polytechnic like it was college football, and we saw our coaches seeing each other every day. So it was like Monday through Monday. I mean, the schedule was that brutal, but he used to say, we going down in the submarine before the season start. So he's like, well, what's a sub, right? He said, I need you I said, I need you till November. Like Wyclef Jean got the song say, well, you're gone till November. That was his motto, like, I need you till November. So he used to say, clean up your loose ends, make sure you good at home, because I'm gonna need you, and I need your mental to be tough here, you know, because we didn't have, then, I don't know about now, we didn't have them type of kids. So we had to win with what was in the building. You know, we couldn't go out and recruit, because really, I know then recruiting at Baltimore Polytechnic was tough, because I think back then the composite was like 620, I think it was. So it was hard getting them 620 kids in there. So you go recruit a kid and like, what's your composite? And they like, I don't know what my composite is, you know, and half of them didn't have that composite. So, you know, Bonnie Wilson at that time let us send with 590s. We only got like 2 of them. And we won with them. Shout out to Jamal Chappelle. I hope he don't mad. I shout out his composite, but he was a 590 something, so he got in there and had a couple other kids. But you know, Poly was tough, man. And tell me, is it still the same, or how is it like getting kids in there? And I'm gonna tell you something about Poly. They don't compromise their composite score like some of these other schools around town compromise theirs. And I got another story. We was playing one of the teams, we had the burgundy and gold, and I was coaching JV, and the kid said, Coach, that kid right there, he was in my middle school. So I said, well, all right. He said he ain't never come to school. I was like, what you mean he ain't never come? He ain't never come to school. So I said, well, can he play football? He's like, yeah. I said, well, yeah, he can play football, so he good, right? And I'm gonna leave it at that. But tell us a little bit about getting them kids in there, man, and how you getting them in, and you know your progress, how you got started in Polytechnic, and then just give us a little brief synopsis on that.
So it's still hard getting kids into Poly. Even though the composite score says 620, they don't take nothing really less than like 750. And it's tough, you know, trying to get some of the student athletes in there. But, you know, it is what it is, and we just got to make it work with the kids that we're able to get in.
For us, staying persistent, making sure we stand on, you know, being a presence in the youth community, making sure that, you know, we encourage them. Like I said, we have some alumni on our staff, so they actually, when they go out to talk, we let them know what it takes to be an engineer. Because there's no getting around that. That's the standard. The standard is the standard. If you're going to come to Poly, you play football for Poly, you have to understand that the books are first, student athlete. So just making sure that we are not as necessarily putting kids in a bad situation. You know, some kids fit the role. Yeah, we would love to have all the dogs that's out there and the good kids, but some kids just can't hang. So why would I want to put them in a situation where, you know, they're troubling in the schools and just to come play football, and that's only lasted for 3 months. So just making sure we vetting the right kids, making sure that we, you know, doing our homework, and making sure that we're going after the right kids that can fit the program in the school and outside the school.
I want to know, what does this game teach you about life? Like, what would you say about that?
Well, the game of football is just life in general. You're going to have your ups and downs, your peaks and your valleys, and it's not about, you know, what you do when you're down, but it's about what you do when you get up. Just teaching perseverance, character, you know, and just allowing those student athletes to know that the coaches are right there with them, you know, every step of the way, no matter if it's on the field or off the field.
Yeah, I remember, I think I heard it this year, if I'm not mistaken. I know my guy Sean he can help me out a little bit, but yeah, he used to play for me. I used to go upside his head to play. But I think I heard it because I remember back then when Mr. Barney Wilson was the principal. I had asked Miss Bird, who's now the head honcho down North Avenue, AD. She was my AD at the time over at Poly, and I asked her. I said, "What's the lyrics to the fight song?" I said, we want to sing that. And I brought it to Coach Wren. I said, Coach Wren, we're going to sing the fight song after every game. And so he was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And then we started it. So I'm going to claim that. I'm going to claim I brought that back when we was there, right? So we learned the hymn to it, and we started singing it after every game. So I think I heard it the other day, if I'm not sure. Yeah, so y'all brought that back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We brought it back. Shout outs to Coach Art. He's another student that was at Poly and is now on the coaching staff. We go over it. We rehearse it. It's Art Colston. Art Colston. Yes. Yes. Great guy. So yes, we sing it after our practice and before practice. I'm a music guy myself, so I don't know what key we in when we sing it, but we definitely brought it back.
Can you tell us a little bit how your season started off and your expectations for the rest of the season?
Our season started off a little rocky. This past week, we lost a tough one to Hereford, 22-23 at home. Great game, well-coached team. Could have went either way, but, you know, we still got our eyes on the prize. Every week we trying to go 1-0 and then get to the ultimate goal of winning the state championship.
Yeah, they run this. I don't know. Let me know, because I know you guys played them and you scouted them. But they run this thing called the. And shout out to Mike Savage, because he was the one who I called and asked him about it, because I remember Newtown playing them about 3 years ago. And I say, Mike, I swear they was running like this. I don't know, it was like an off tackle, but so Mike said they call it a rub technique, where the quarterback gets behind the line of scrimmage and just rubs his way. And I was like, damn. So after I started watching the film, I thought that was very unique. So how you guys defend that? Like, how would you defend in that?
So we went to 5-man front. They were tough. They were really tough. They're going to come a number game with them. You got to have the number game. They're pulling that GT. They bringing that guard and that tackle sometimes. Now they're not as big as they're usually been, but they've been running that. Everybody in that system, they ran it since youth ball, so they know what they're doing. We did really well with it. Had a few stops. You got to be able to fill. Linebackers got to be filled. You got to put your pants up and fill. So we definitely contained them. However, if they running it 17 times down your throat, you got to be able to step up. So we did well with it. However, they made more plays. They made one more plays.
Can you also talk about some expectations you have this season?
Expectations, first and foremost, to make sure all of our kids healthy, make sure my seniors getting into school, my juniors getting seen, making sure the film get out. And again, ultimately, first and foremost, win the city championship, beating the other school across the road, and then win the state championship. And that's always the goal at Baltimore Polytechnic Institute.
Of course, the small stuff, restoring the program, restoring the integrity in the program, changing the culture. I know you'll see a lot. New Poly. Coach T definitely does a good job of making sure the vision is clear. So just making sure that we restore that. And for me, beating Forest Park, I'm alumni from there. I went to Forest Park, so that's really big for me. So this is a big week for me. So I'm focused, we locked in. So that's where our focus is this week, Forest Park.
Any specific?
So it's a lot of pressure.
Go ahead.
It's a man. I coach, man. I'm telling you, man. Coaching at Poly during that week before the big game, man. It's like the pressure is enormous. And I'm telling you, I used to be on the sideline, and I used to just look at Coach Van and was like, how the hell did he do this for 40 years? You know what I'm saying? Like how? You know what I mean? And when we played the other team, it was like it was a couple 4th and 1s. We had to stop them, and it was always a close game. But we beat them 4 years in a row, and actually, I don't think they beat them since we left there. But the time has come, man. So how do you deal with that pressure, man? Because the alumni over Poly, man, they don't really play no games. And you know what's crazy? The alumni dinner is, I think, right before the game at Martin's West. So it's like you taking the trophy to the dinner, because we used to take the trophy and set it right in the middle of the table. And so they can come look at it and touch it and kiss it and all that, because that's what they do. So, we used to set the joint right in the middle of the table, and they telling you, look, next week you better have that trophy. But they don't say it to you like that, but they say it indirectly, right? Better have that trophy. Like on the Friday Night Lights, when Yo went to the he went to the what's the name, to the market, and the dude said yeah, y'all gonna win this week, ain't you? He said, yeah, we gonna do the best we can. He said, yeah, you pretty good. He said, well, yeah, they pretty good. He said, well, yeah, we pretty good too. Remember that? So that's what, every time I think of Poly, that's what I think.
So, for me, when it comes to pressure, pressure don't bother me. My whole life been pressure. So, football pressure is easy when you're dealing with life pressure. So, the big game, that's a long way away right now. But that's always in the back of our mind, always, a thought. But I don't have a losing record against that school. So, there's no pressure on me.
I told my guys coming in last year, I think the guy had about 600 yards, unheard of. 600 yards, touchdowns. But like I said, Coach T said, we set the precedent earlier. We week by week, brick by brick, day by day. So we're not even looking that far down the line. We understand the pressure. I'm in the group. I was added to the alumni group. They are, like you said, the fans, the alumni, they don't play. But again, we staying focused. We making sure the guys stay focused, and we'll get there when we get there. And I did want to say shout out to our JV. Our JV head coaches here, and they did an excellent job last week against Hereford. Coach Mo. Shout out to Coach Mo.
So what are your expectations for Forest Park in that game coming up?
So it's going to be a tough game. No mistake about it. It's going to be a battle. But I'm looking for Poly to come out on top for sure. It's not going to be easy, but, I'm looking for us to win. I respect every coach that coach anywhere, but I respect myself as a coach. I respect myself as a leader, and I never go into any game. We could be playing the Baltimore Ravens. Poly is going to win, and that's how I feel each and every week. It may not happen each and every week, but my kids know that I believe in them. My staff know I believe in them, and all I need them to do is just follow me as I lead.
Well, thanks so much for coming by. We appreciate having you both on our show today.
Yeah, good luck, man, the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.
It was a good show. I learned a lot today, and I met some new people, so that was awesome. Shout out to our sponsors. I want to give a big shout out to our new sponsor, Play It Again Sports, Timonium, Tone Drone TV, Brainstream Media, Moe's Seafood on Pulaski Highway, Union Media Group. Also, Play It Again Sports. They provide exceptional customer service, and they're offering a 10% discount to our guests this evening. So look out for that.
Yes. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Back.
Thanks for tuning in.
Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divides through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group.